Welcome back to NiteCap, folks. I recently went out to LA for this film screening of actually my acting debut in the North Star Civil War film that I think you guys will really enjoy. But while out there, I had the pleasure of linking up with Michael Blackson, funny comedian. And we have a very great conversation on something I've always wondered about with comedians. Who makes them laugh? They bring us so much joy, but what about, what happens when a comedian is depressed and down? And Mike had a lot of interesting things to say about that. So stay tuned. Enjoy.
Just real people, real convo.
I'm Peter Bailey, and after my talk with Jay Sean, I headed west to Los Angeles, where perennial funny man Michael Blackson has set up shop in hopes of furthering his comedic reach. We discussed his hip-hop comrades, among them Meek Mill, and his moniker as the African King of Comedy. Mike,
it's good.
Thanks for sharing the conversation with me, man. You're the second comedian I've had on the show since Mike Epps. And I don't know, I guess my friends...
Who's Mike Epps?
Yeah, who is he?
I never heard of him.
I don't know, forget him. So, I got a bowl to pick with comedians. I don't know sometimes if maybe I'm just sensitive or whatever. I went to one comedy show, I never went back. I walked in late. The dude stopped the show and called me a waffle-colored lumberjack. So my question to you is, on a real level, your brand is kind of the African King of Comedy. And I know the genius of comedians is to take our pain and turn it into our smiles.
Right.
And I think you have an ingenious way of taking, I don't know, the things people tend to say about Africans and using it as your. Do you think sometimes you're reinforcing the stereotypes, or is just in all good fun?
It's all for fun on my part. Even now, my jokes are a little more different than when I first started.
Yeah.
Now I just concentrate more on the fun part of it. When I first started, I think I was more doing a lot of stereotypical jokes about my village and stuff like that. Pissed off a few of my people.
I was wondering about that. Like,
couldn't go back to the village anymore. They wouldn't let me in. They just called me light skin and red bone.
Yeah.
And look at me.
We had to adjust the lights for you.
Exactly, man. We had to bring we need stadium lights when I do interviews, man. Football stadium lights, man. But it's all good, you know what I mean? A lot of stuff is my pain that things that I went through as a kid.
What are some of those things, man?
Well, when I first came to America, it's till now. They roast me on everything. My hair, and I like looking natural. I like keep my hair nice, and they call it nappy. I call it good hair.
Yeah.
They look at me and say I gotta take Tylenol before I comb my hair.
Wow.
If I try to S-curl and the perm, it won't take. Then in my complexion, because Africa, we've never. Things probably have changed now, but when I was there as a kid, we never looked at complexion. I didn't know I was dark skinned till I came to this country.
I'm from the Caribbean. Yeah, we never really.
Yeah, we never looked at color. I had no idea I was dark skinned. I just thought I came in and somebody's like, "You black?" I said, "Yeah, we all black." He said, "No, nigga, you black as hell." So and they called me every dark skin jokes. You know what I mean? Like told me this guy told me every time he looked at me he gets sleepy.
Oh no.
Yeah, he told me my white blood cells are black. I look like I have no bright ideas. He said the difference between me and midnight.
Trying to be serious. But, what was the last one?
The difference between me and midnight is 11:59. When God said let there be light, I was out of town, I guess.
And how old were you when people were telling you these
that
things?
happened all from like age 13 all the way till now. They still calling me, Even my Instagram and my Twitter is just all about people roasting me. It's all fun and good. I embrace that.
But on a more introspective level, what does that say? What does that say to us about black people?
You know what? It just,
It ain't that serious?
It's not that serious. I'm a comic. I've been doing this for 20 years now. I take nothing personal.
Yeah.
Other people might, I put up a picture and they go in. As soon as I put a picture on, I have vultures that follow me.
Yeah.
They just waiting to attack my picture.
That's
And I have people that defended me. I'm like, you wasting your time. You know, but it's all fun. I don't take nothing personal. You know?
I think it's therapeutic, man, because I think we live in a society where we're so image conscious. We're so obsessed about how we look, how we're supposed to look, so somebody kind of embrace that.
Yeah, I embrace that.
And use their strength.
Yes.
Your comedic road started back in Philadelphia. What caused you to get on that path? Because I know that the road for comedians, I've always felt in show business, you guys live like the most intriguing journeys, because it's kind of like, I'll be honest with you, especially for our people, you're almost set up, when we go to a show, we want you to not make us laugh. So we can kind of say, you know, to make somebody's laugh, that's like a spiritual thing, man.
Yes.
What got you on that path?
I was actually working at age 15. I was delivering pizzas on a bike, and then I had a lot of coworkers that thought I was funny. They said, hey, you know, you're funny. You know, just take that to the stage. Go to open mic. I just say things. I get it funny to be funny, but I was just being myself.
Yeah.
And I decided, you know, one of them actually helped me write like a 5-minute bit where I could take my funny stuff and put it more in a scripted format, and took it on stage. And I started going, and these things I just got better and better, you know. And now I'm at a point of no return, man.
What was that first moment?
That first moment was great, and that's how you could tell whether it's for you or not. I mean, I know I was, you know, I had stage presence. I was told I had the stage presence, and my delivery was good, you know. And it's like any other thing, you have to look the part. You know, I look like a comic. I mean, we're not the cutest people in the world, you know.
And that's fascinating. You could embrace that and say that, though. A lot of people can't say that.
You have to look a certain way. You can't, you know, you can't.
So Boris Kojoy and these guys can't do comedy.
Boris Kojoy is ugly. He would be a comedian. I think I'm a little cuter than him.
Interesting. Cause it's so funny how you could kind of embrace the fact that.
But you have to, because the thing, you have to have the funniest things that said on stage are usually things about yourself. You know, you have to make fun of yourself. I mean, people enjoy you making fun of yourself more than you making fun of them. And 50% of my material is me just talking about myself, you know? And if I'm talking about myself, you know, I don't give a damn. I don't care what you got to say about me.
You already wore that.
Yeah, I said that already. Oh, yeah, oh, thank you for that new material. And believe it or not, man, about 20% of my material comes from my social network, what they say about me.
I see it. It's like, I don't know, it's like people go there for their own therapy, man.
They go for their own therapy, and I guess to make them feel better, they'll clown me, but they don't understand they are my so-called, they are my ghostwriters. My followers on Instagram and Twitter are my ghostwriters.
That's your muse.
That's my muse, that's the word, yes. Those are my homies, and they cost me absolutely nothing.
And I've seen what's cool about you as a comedian, your fan base is a range. I've seen people from all walks of life, ethnicities, cultural backgrounds. What makes you laugh as a comic, man? I mean, I always wondered, when you gotta get down. Like, is there ever a time somebody sees you? Because for me, if I'm just living my life, you don't want to laugh all the time. Somebody comes up and you and tries to. Yeah,
I mean, people, the thing they see me in person, they were like, hey, motherfucker, I can't get jiggy with this, you know. I mean, it's that when they remember one or two things that you said, it's like you have to embrace that. Because people don't know you in this business, you ain't nothing. You're not going to make no money. You can't headline a comedy club if nobody's going to come and see you, they don't know who you are. It don't matter how funny you are. You know, and so the most important thing is trying to get yourself known. Exposure is very important, because without exposure, you can't make no money. You just have to take the little scrap that's given to you to open up for somebody that has a name.
Yeah.
You know, comedy is. Let me tell you something. I could be right now. I could have a fist fight with you.
Yeah.
You could beat the crap out of me, but then I gotta go on stage in 2 minutes. I'll go on stage like nothing never happened.
And you're from Philly, so I'm sure that's happened before. You from Philly, man. I went to college.
Raised in Southwest Philly.
Something about Philly, man.
Raised in Southwest, born in West Africa, raised in Southwest. You know, North Philly is like the toughest parts, but Southwest got some gangsters.
Why are people in Philly
but you know what the thing? I never had a problem because I'm a comedian. Because I was the funny one in the school. Nobody you don't get no points for beating up the dude that's 130 pounds that tell jokes. I mean, it's like, yo, I beat Michael Blackson. I'm like, that's sad. You can pick up somebody your size. You know, so I could kind of get away with stuff. You know, I never had a problem.
They say humor is the way to win a woman's heart. You just said you're not the best looking thing in the room.
Yeah, but I'll make them laugh. I'll laugh my way right through their drawers.
Even if you were born, they don't want to put you in a crib or a cage, you still gonna make them laugh.
Oh, I'm crack up.
That was a good one. I've been around a comedian, man. I'm trying to.
Yeah, this dude told me, he said, people used to break in my house when I was a baby just to close the blinds.
So, where do people come up with this stuff, man?
Let me tell you. Well, I have on Twitter, I got about over 400,000 followers. On Instagram, I just reached 107 over the weekend. I gained about 18,000 followers on Instagram over the weekend. I did this little video that went viral.
Yeah.
But
to do it for the Vine.
Do it for the Vine, yeah.
How did that come about? Because it's really popular right now.
Yeah, well, you know, I was in Houston over the weekend. I performed at the Improv out there for the weekend, and I did a radio interview. Yeah. And one of the radio personalities who's been following my whole, you know, career. Last year I did this show with Walter Latham, who was the
King of the Comedy Tour.
He has his little comedy network, and I did a 1-year contract to do a show. We called it Black Friday, which I just sat on my couch.
You cracked on Kevin Hart,
everybody,
Meek Mill.
Everybody. Whoever messed up that week got it. From Justin Bieber to Drake.
How was that relationship with Mill? Because he's from Philadelphia.
Yeah, Mill's my homie. We could. But Mill has a reputation of trying to play people. You know what I'm saying? He don't. And the thing is, being a rapper, you gotta have some kind of reputation. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But he's really good at, like, you know, I don't know if you follow him at all, but I guess one time one of his homies was like DM him.
I saw he put the boy on blast.
He did that to me. He did that to me over the weekend. So what happened? He posted my video, Do It for the Vine, you know, on his Instagram. I'm like, this guy could at least at me, let people recognize where it came from. He didn't. So we follow each other on Twitter. So I DM him like that. Next time, you know what I mean? That's what he did. Screenshot it and put on Instagram. This thirsty African.
Yeah, you begging for some shine.
Yes. But I didn't worry about it.
It's still some shine.
It was shine. Got me 18,000 followers.
Wow.
18,000. I'm
he probably do that bone for you though.
Well, he did that. I mean, he just said follow this purple mother sucker. I'm like, so bad I got him back. I'm like, you know, cause me look almost like me. You can't call me purple when you kind of look like me. You know. I'm like, people that, you know, tag me on, I could have got my followers up. And that thing about it, that's how they all get followers. From Rick Ross mentioned his name.
Engaging. Ross put a picture up on me. We had a conversation in Wingstop. Us eating chicken, of course. Me, him, and Khaled. He put that thing up.
And he put your name, he asked you?
And it was insane. It was like 1,000 people. It was like boom.
That's exactly. And you know.
It's crazy.
And the thing about it, like I'm huge in the hip hop world.
You are.
I mean, you know, so one mention, the crowd already know who I am. They just didn't know my Instagram. You know, it would probably been easier if my Instagram was my name, but my name got taken.
So you hosted a couple mixtapes.
Oh yeah, the most recent one was Chief Keef. This shit.
Mixtape. Chief Keef.
Yeah, I hosted his joint. You got a chance to listen to it, man. You know, shout out to Chief. Hopefully he's not in jail, because this guy go to jail every other week.
It's, you know, what's powerful what you said is that everybody is your muse. The people that crack on you, the people that. And
they're also like, nobody take their time to actually go and think about my Instagram. Most of the 50% of the pictures that I post on Instagram are pictures from my followers that Photoshop my face on different things. So my fans take time and effort to insult me. You know, I mean, they truly make, because they want attention. They get attention from me, because I you know, because I only go for the funny things. If you got something funny, I will recognize you. You know, it's so, because I've always felt about you, man. You're one of those comedians who's able to sustain, whether that, I don't know, that moment. You just have that base, and you find a lane for it. Yes, and I mean, and that's the part about it. You got to become a part where you become lovable, where they love you so much, and it's like you can't go wrong. Kevin Hart is at that point. Kevin Hart's, you know, Kevin the love. He's totally on a whole different level, you know. And Mike Epps got that. Even Cat Williams got it. As much as he's been going through. On Cat, do you? Hell. Well, Cat is back. I'm not a politically correct person. People have said that Kevin, Cat, too short
funny guys. Cat took his hiatus, and Kevin had that. I don't think so, but I mean, do you think that was
Well, yeah.
America was looking for that short, funny black guy?
It was, and once Cat had his issues, and then they jumped on Cav, and Cav riding away, get it all you can, Cav, while you could.
Cat said something in an interview. He was like, "You guys don't understand that comedy comes from a dark place. I don't understand how you guys."
You trying to be funny, man?
Wow.
Are you my followers? Or you like the?
I was being honest, man. I only got to call a waffle colored lumberjack, man. Nobody said you said because of a dark place. So why are you people? It's kind of why be surprised like a football player when he hit his wife? Why are you surprised? Right. He hits people every Sunday. You know what I mean?
Man,
if that makes any sense at all.
My friends tell me to lighten up even when I'm having a good day. I mean, I don't appreciate that, dog.
It's amazing, man, how you could kind of take pain, embrace it, and wear it. And I think for kids, to be honest with you, with how mean kids are today, kids killing themselves over being bullied and whatnot, man, you should do a campaign for that whole bullying kind of.
You know what?
You should. Man.
I did a speech once at a high school in outside of Philly about the whole bullying thing.
Yeah.
You know? And I told them like, man, you gotta just not care, man. And that's how I was. Like, you can't take it. But these kids, it's different from them. You know, people take that little things. You just gotta find a way to like not care and be happy with yourself, regardless of what people think. You know, because you know, everybody's special in their own way. You know.
Back on the romantic arena, has there ever a time when you're dating a woman and you become serious and she just even can't take you being serious?
Yeah, they could never take. And being a comic, that's the great part about it, because you know, even if you could say something crazy to a woman, you know, she'd be like, "Oh, you're a comedian," or you just be like, "You know, I'm just playing."
So you could done it sort of disrespect.
You can do all that, like, I'm just playing.
I can't do that, man. Peter, you dead serious when you call me such and such.
Yeah, with me, I could get away with that, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's hard for them to take me. I mean, they better take me serious in bed. I don't play. Bring the heat.
That's it. You got a movie coming up, man. Kony Montana.
Kony Montana is coming out. You know, shot it over a year ago now. Finally close to, you know, picking out a distribution company to put it out. It's gonna come out, you know, summer, May, June at the latest. It was one of my favorite projects. I think my fans will love this one. You know, I'm like a comedic gangster. Kony Montana is kind of like, it's pretty much a spoof of Scarface.
Okay.
You know, so if you love Scarface, you know Scarface pretty well, you will love Kony. I changed a lot of stuff about Scarface. You know, if you remember Scarface, they were selling, I think, cocaine.
Yeah.
My movie, I'm selling illegal booty shots. So you can come in my room, you could come in as Miley Cyrus and leave out as Nicki Minaj, pretty much. Then I had, in my movie, I think he had a beautiful sister that his boy fell in love with.
His boy fell in love with, yeah.
My movie, I had an ugly sister, nobody wanted her. In fact, I killed my friend because he didn't want to be with her.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
So you're gonna love it. You're gonna love this movie. It's you know, a lot of comedians. You know, I brought up my boys down and give them some parts and trying to make them all stars. So hopefully this movie will create a buzz. It become a cult classic.
Finally, you a spiritual cat?
Oh, definitely, man. My mother's an evangelist. You know, and it's always the preacher's kids are always.
I'm a preacher's son.
Yeah, we're always the worst ones, man.
Why is that, you think?
I don't know what it is. It's like, you know.
I think we know too much. And we're rebelling against everything we know because it's easier for people to believe things they don't fully understand, but when you've read the Bible and know the Bible, it's like you're looking for that out. You're looking for things that may not be correct. You want to rebel almost. I don't know.
Is that what it is?
Maybe that's
I remember at 6 years old, man, taking a tape recorder and recording myself just cussing. I remember that to today, and then I guess that's what it is now. This is me, you know.
How's your mom feel about that?
About what?
Cussing and all in the comments.
You know what? My mother has never came to see me perform at all. She ever saw me perform live.
Never.
20-something years of me telling jokes.
Is she part of the work or? She doesn't.
Oh no, she proud when I send that money.
She's back in.
She goes back and forth. Right now she's in the States. She's actually going back to Ghana this weekend. But yeah, she don't complain about the money. She, God bless you.
That's
Money from mother sucker jokes. Yes. Thank you. Like,
the mothers. You should brand that, man.
well, you know what?
I see it. Some campaign. I see a commercial. Some kind of ringtone thing coming.
Oh yeah, ringtone's coming. I actually filmed it while I was in. I shot it when I was in. I recorded it when I was in Houston over the weekend. So look up my ringtones coming out soon. iTunes and everywhere else.
Indeed. Mike.
Hey man.
My man.
Pleasure is all mine. Thanks for having me.
Indeed.
Kony, Montana. Look out for that, mother sucker.
Just real people, real convo.